So how can you overcome tough times? I'll be honest with you, I've had the last 9 days at home because I've got COVID, and it's been an interesting couple of days for me and my family because didn't expect to get it, but probably knew I would. In this video, I'm going to share just 10 quick tips that I've used in the last week that have really helped me whilst I've been in a COVID position. My name is James White. I'm a small business sales expert. Let's have a little look at the ideas and the tips and what you can do when you're feeling a bit down to overcome those feelings. I was pinged at the start of last week, or the early part of last week, to say you need to go and take a test because someone close to you has had COVID. And when I had the test, even though I had no symptoms, there it was. I was COVID positive, and I was told by the government here in the UK that I had to self-isolate for 10 days. So what could I do? I didn't feel bad. I had during this time, and I'll be honest with you, I've had very few symptoms. I've been quite lucky because I know COVID's affected lots of people, but I've been in a position where I couldn't go anywhere. It's made me feel a little bit like, oh, this isn't what I wanted. But when these things happen, and sadly some of my family members who had caught COVID haven't felt very well, there are 10 things that I think are really critical to help you maintain a positive mindset and get you through these tough times. I always say to people, I know you've got a problem or a challenge that's appearing at the moment, but look at what you actually can feel really grateful for. I'm one of these people, rightly or wrongly, that my mum and dad always taught me when I wake up, I've got a roof over my head, I've got food in the cupboard, I've got water in the tap, I've got heat and shelter. In terms of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, I've got the basic things in place. And so therefore I can feel grateful, especially when I compare to other people around the world who don't have a lot or maybe struggling, especially people maybe on boats coming to a country or being in Afghanistan. What's happened there is terrible. So first tip is this: look at what you have got and be grateful for what you have. Too many people worry and think they haven't got certain things and they forget what they have got. Number one, be grateful for that. My family and my niece and my sister, we're struggling with COVID, and I always used to say to them during this last week, try and look for 2 or 3 positives a day. And they used to say to me, James, are you mad? How can you find a positive in feeling this ill and this unwell? But guess what? My niece said to me that she'd actually managed to lose 9 pounds as a result of COVID. Right, it's not the right way to lose weight, but that was one of the positives. Another positive was that she had a chance to read. So there were some positives that you can take from a situation. I believe fundamentally that every situation has 1 or 2 positives, or even more, if you can look and see them in there. The question is, can you look in? Can you find where those positives are? There are positives in every situation. Out of every negative comes a positive. Find out what those 2 positives are and try and identify them and focus on those rather than negative things that are getting you down and making you feel rubbish. So I've been stuck in my house and in my garden for the last 10 days and I couldn't go anywhere. But the reality is normally you can get out and get some fresh air. When you feel rubbish, when you feel crap, when things aren't going well, go and get 10 minutes, 20 minutes, half hour, an hour of fresh air. If you live by the countryside or an area where you're in a park, go and take that time. You'll be amazed at how a walk and actually getting out into the fresh air and seeing a different perspective can make you feel better and hopefully make some of those issues and things you're feeling go away. So point number 4 is this, and this may seem like a weird thing to do, but it's a brilliant way to help you feel better. Go and help someone else. As human beings, we have an innate nature to want to help other people. And when you go and help someone, or maybe provide advice or ideas or support or whatever it is to someone else, you tend to feel great. So what can you do to help someone else that's maybe going through a tough time, or maybe they're not even going through a tough time, but you can help them? How can that make you feel good? I know when I'm feeling maybe a little bit down, I'll try and send something to someone or cheer them up. And because I've tried to cheer them up, it makes me feel better in the same place. So tip number 4 is this: go and help other people. Do something to make someone else's world a better place. It'll put a smile on your face. Point number 5 is this: surround yourself with great positive people. You should be in your life working and surrounding yourself with the people that can make you feel better. Whether it's your family, your loved ones, your friends, associates, whoever are, people at work, the people that want you to succeed, the people that want you to be better. I surround myself and continue to surround myself with people that make me smile, that are interested in me, that care for me, and that want the best for me. Make sure you're doing the same thing. And if you're in a difficult situation, tell them you're in that difficult situation. Talk to someone, say I'm going through some tough times, and the people that care for you are there to support you, listen to you, help you, and just be in a position where they can try and make you feel a bit better, even for that moment. And hopefully that's going to help you build up a bit of forward thinking to go forward and deal with these tough moments. Don't beat yourself up about feeling rubbish. One of the things that I've learned, and I learned this especially this year when my mum sadly passed away, and recently I lost an uncle as well. Death's a terrible thing, but it's actually okay to not be okay. It's okay to not have these worries or these moments and think, oh, everything's bad, and beat yourself up about it. Sometimes it's okay to accept that things are not going to be perfect. For example, I'm doing this video with you. I normally do it in a professional, perfect way. This time around, because I've got COVID and I can't go out, I can't do that. Hey, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to deliver the video in the best way I can and accept that things aren't perfect, and I'm not going to beat myself up about it. You need to do the same thing. Some days you're going to feel better than others. Accept those good days and bad days for what they are, and don't beat yourself up too much. If they continue over a period of time, fair enough, we may need to have a look at how we can change that. But accept the odd bad afternoon or bad day and move on, wake up the next day and vow to try and change it and get some of that positivity back in your life. So the next point is this: focus on what you can control. One of the challenges that we all feel as humans sometimes is we worry about other things, and sadly, and I'll be honest with you, COVID has really affected so many people's mental health. They've worried about what it will mean for them or what will happen if certain things happen in the future, and they focus on things that are out of their control. You can only do what you can control, and that's your behaviour and your actions. And it's important that you take control of those behaviours and focus on what you can do. For example, what's the one thing you can control in any situation? You can smile. You can smile, you can laugh. You can decide that you're not going to let the situation affect you and that you're going to try and be positive. You cannot look at the news, you cannot look at the negativity out there and focus on things that make you smile. Maybe watch a cat video or something that's going to make you smile and laugh. Control what you can control. Don't let yourself and your mood and everything else be affected by other people. You're in control of that. You're the boss of your own situation. And as one of those great quotes once said, no one else can make you feel unhappy unless you allow them to. So don't let anyone allow you to. Take control of your own actions and feelings. You're the boss. You decide if you're going to smile and feel good or not, or if you're going to feel rubbish or negative. I think the positive options are the right way forward. That's what I try and do. Controlling it, my own emotions and what I think. That's the way to do it. So point number 8 is this. Look back at other tough times that you've been through and actually see how you've come through those. Look back at what went on. Maybe there was a difficult time in your life where before an exam or before a moment where you felt really rubbish and things were tough. Look back at those times and say to yourself, how did I come through that? What did I do to overcome those situations? What did I do? And was it ever as bad as I thought it'd be? A lot of the time we worry about the fact that things are where they are right now, but we've already been through that challenge. Our brain is already programmed to know we can deal with the situation as it comes through. So if you've had a tough time in the past, and I'm sure you will have, and you're going through it now, look back and remember back to what went on then and how you felt, and remember to yourself that actually, you know what, you did overcome that and you did come through it, and be in a position where you can then start to use the learnings and hopefully the mental resilience you built up from that time to get you through the next time as well. So point number 9, linked on to that exact point, is to remind yourself it's not going to go on forever. The tough time that you're going through right now is sure, it's tough, it's crap. I know, I've been stuck at home for the last 9 to 10 days. I'm fed up of it, but I know on Saturday, today, I'm able to get out and do some other stuff. It wasn't going to last forever. And you've got to remind yourself that your situation and your problems and your issues that you're going through are not going to last forever unless you want them to. If you want them to last forever, they'll carry on forever and a day and you can lead a miserable life in existence. But actually, we don't want that. We want to be able to move on positively and get where we want to be. So remind yourself that whatever these tough times are, or how you're feeling, it's not going to last forever. You can come through this and you will. And the final point, the final 10th point for me, and this is a small point, but it's something my dear mum, who 4 months ago today passed away. And I remember her telling me these words, and I use them a lot. And she looked at me as she was dying, and she said to me, as she's always said to me in tough times, does it really matter? And when I think about it, and actually think about, does it really matter? What that tries to do is give perspective to the situation. Does what you're going through now, does it really, really matter in the grand scheme of life and death and everything else really matter? Now, of course, if you're in a position where you're going through some really difficult health issues with COVID, of course I'm saying those things matter. But generally, a lot of the times when we feel down or negative or unhappy, they're caused from situations that don't actually mean that much. And we can overcome them by having that mentality to say, does it really matter? How big an issue in the scheme of things is it? Probably not that much. Let's move on from it. Let's get positive. Let's go forward rather than look backwards. And if we do that, we're going to be in good shape. So there are my 10 points on how you can overcome tough moments and tough times. And look, I'll be honest with you, there is no perfect scenario. When things happen to you, of course, it can knock you out of your step and path, and it's tough. But you have a choice. You have a choice as to how you act and what you do. And I believe that the actions and the tips I've given you here are a better way to be than to continue being miserable, unhappy, and leading a pitiful existence. I don't want that for you or what you do in your business and your life. Take these 10 steps when you're feeling tough, when you've maybe lost a deal or something's not going right for you. Use them, get them in track, and put some good things down on paper. Get yourself back to where you want to be and take some action that we've talked about. And let's see if we can help you go and lead the life and business life that you want to. My name's James White. Thanks for watching the video. I hope it's useful. I can't wait to share. I've got a recording session booked in next week to make sure we've got some more videos lined up, which are in a professional manner and done in the way that I like them to be done. But maybe you can see from this video that I'm genuine. I care about supporting you as a business owner. And if I can help you get better sales results or better business results, let me know. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it with others. Let's get lots more positivity in other people so we can get them in a great place. See you soon.